What's been going on?
Well, a couple of deaths today. It's a bit of a somber day,
It is, actually.
depending on your opinion on things.
Yeah. Well, one of them for definite. The
Yeah.
other one,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, so obviously the first one.
I mean, let's go for the obvious one first, because everyone's talking about it, and their mother and their grandmother.
Yeah.
Prince Philip has died.
He has.
He
He
was
has.
husband of the Queen, obviously, for those who are unfamiliar. Well, he died at the age of 99.
That's old.
He was 2 months from getting a special 100th birthday card of his wife. Yeah, that's what everyone lives for. They say that, don't they? If you get to 100, the Queen sends you a personally
She
signed.
writes you a letter, doesn't she?
Yeah, personally
Yeah.
signed. Yeah.
Good lord.
So he's like, fuck's sake, so close. But yeah, 73 years they were married.
73.
73 years.
What would that be? Because I know.
Well, if you're asking me for a date,
No. As in, what is it? You've got like a ruby anniversary. Things like that.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I know 50 is like ruby, I think.
You'd be platinum at that point, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a long ass time to be married to someone.
Yes.
They're flying the flags at half mast, as they do. The Queen's supposed
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's just. Well, I mean, he's probably been flying a half mast for the last few decades. You know what I mean? He's got a quite interesting life, though. Regardless of what you think of the guy. Yeah, it's especially interesting.
I was wondering what he'd actually done.
Well, I'd watched there was a show called The Crown, and I haven't watched all of it, but I watched the first couple of seasons, and it was focused on Philip and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about him, but first of all, Matt Smith played him in The Crown, and it's just
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Doctor Who
Doctor
guy.
Who, yeah. But if you actually look at them, when he was young and then him side by side, they look like crazy. They picked a really good actor. He's got the right facial features and shit.
Because he's got quite a unique face.
Yeah,
They've both got quite
exactly.
unique faces. Yeah.
So, but he was pretty good in that. But anyway, so I know a little bit, and I've done a little bit of research because I didn't pay that close attention to the show. So he was born in Greece. His family was exiled from the country when he was 18 months old.
Savage.
Went educated in France, Germany, and the UK. He joined the British Royal Navy in 39, aged 18. Then he... Okay, this is a bit weird. From July 19... This is a different time, keep in mind.
Yeah.
From July 1939, he began corresponding with the then 13-year-old Princess Elizabeth, who he first met in 1934.
Oh.
So he met her when she was 8 and he was 13. Apparently they had a little thing going on since then.
Okay.
During the Second World War, he served with distinctions in the Mediterranean and Pacific fleets. After the war, he was granted permission by the king to marry his daughter. Before the official announcement of their engagement in 47, he abandoned his Greek and Danish titles and styles, became a British subject, and adopted the surname Mountbatten, which is his grandmother's surname, I think.
Yeah.
So basically now, obviously none of the royals have surnames, but any of the lower ones who are not quite royal, they're allowed to have the surname Mountbatten Windsor, which is the official royal surname.
Mountbatten Windsor.
Mountbatten.
Oh right.
Windsor. It's the official royal name, even though
the official hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it says in their birth certificate, I guess. Do they even have births? I don't fucking know. Anyway, he developed the equestrian event of carriage driving.
What, he invented carriage driving?
Well, I think it's a type of sport.
Oh right.
Involved with horses. It just happens to be called carriage driving.
Oh.
I don't really understand what it is, but he apparently created that.
Well, good for him. Good for him. Memorable.
Obviously, he served as the chairman for the Duke of Edinburgh Award.
Yeah.
Self-improvement program.
That's where the name comes from, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
He was the longest-serving consort of a reigning British monarch and the longest-lived male member of the British royal family. He retired in 2017, aged 96, having completed 22,219 solo engagements since 52.
What? Oh, as in battles?
No, solo just events and shit that they had to go to. The stuff the royal family had to do,
Well, mate, I go through so many solo engagements all day, every day.
But I mean, I think it's stuff going
out and shaking
talking
hands
to another country and making relations and
being
all
a
that shit.
diplomat.
Yeah.
Doing all
so
that nerd stuff.
Apparently, when he retired at age 96, he'd done 22,000 of those.
Not bad.
Yeah, and then he died today, 2 months before his 100th birthday, which is a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, bit of a bummer.
Mm.
Bit of a bummer. You had some quotes that he said, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Well,
let's see. Let's see what he said.
Let's see what makes the cut first of all. It's a pretty grim. Like, I've got to find it first. Give me a sec. Okay, so he was an eccentric fella. I mean, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
So so basically, I'm trying to think which one to start with, because they're all pretty bad. They're all pretty bad.
I don't think we can get in that much trouble for.
I would like to go to Russia very much, although the bastards murdered half my family is a starting quote. That's a pretty.
That's gonna set the tone for where we're at.
And it gets worse. It gets worse. So much worse. So let me see. You are a woman, aren't you? He said to a He said to a Kenyan woman who was presented him with a small gift in 1984.
Why would you ask that?
Even if you're not sure.
You just go, thank you. That's all you needed to say.
If you stay here much longer, you'll all be slitty-eyed, the prince told British exchange students who lived in Xi'an in China. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, pretty racist. Oh, it gets worse.
And intelligent.
If it has 4 legs and it's not a chair, if it has 2 wings and flies and it's not an airplane, if it swims and it's not a submarine, the Cantonese will eat it.
Okay.
He once told a 14-year-old that he'd probably do with losing a bit of weight if he wanted to be an astronaut.
Oh, I mean, he's a realist. He's a realist.
The boy's basically a man, I'm not going to lie to him. And then, so who's on drugs here? He looks as if he's on drugs. He said of a 14-year-old boy while at a Bangladeshi youth club. This is pretty bad too.
Yeah.
The Philippines must be half empty. You're all here running the NHS. He told an assistant lieutenant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you get the picture.
Yeah. So he's got a mouth on him.
Yeah. And obviously, well, the other death was DMX, the rapper.